Welcome back to our homestead today. We're going to be using our chicken tractor and getting the meat birds out into it. They're about 2.5, 3 weeks old. I don't remember the exact day I bought them. Temps are going to be fairly warm overnight here for the next week, so they should be good to go. They got most of their feathers. Want to get them out before it gets cold again so they can kind of acclimate. Pardon our traffic noise here. We're on a main highway, so it gets a little busy sometimes. But yeah, you can see behind me here, kind of this flat, dry area in the grass. Used to be a driveway here. Tore it out and moved our driveway over off to the side here a few years ago. So there is still some gravel and rock underneath here. So the grass it's doing okay, but sometimes it dries out first. We really need to build up some better soil here. So 2 years ago, we ran the meat birds through here, and it really helped the grass. It was like the year after we got it established, after moving the driveway. Then we skipped last year doing birds, so I'm gonna run them here again this year. The nitrogen from their poop really helps the grass, really gives it that head start, especially in the spring. So we're gonna run them through here again. They're gonna be out here for about 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So we'll run back and forth as much as we can, and we'll kind of go out into the yard if we need to. I really don't want to double back over it because it can really, too much will burn the grass up. You can tell it's already dry, so we'll make one pass over this as much as we can and see how that helps out the grass, and maybe we'll update you on that after we get some rain and it starts to green back up. But yeah, let's get this thing moved over here and we will get the birds out here. Here they are. You can tell they're getting pretty big, pretty messy. I've taken their feeder and their water out already. See, they've made a mess, fertilized their brooder. I've already put a couple layers of shavings in there, but yeah, it's time to get them out of here and get them going. So what we're gonna do, we got a Rubbermaid tote. We're just gonna throw them in a wagon and haul them on up there. I'm gonna have some helpers help me out here and get these guys out of here. All right, get in there, get one. Reach in, gently grab it, put it in your throat. If you're in the chicken with the chicken, so you'll have to get out of the way when we do it. Yeah, they're not gonna get out the chicken, just grab it. Yeah, it's the chicken. Let me show you how to do it. We got them up here now. We're gonna get them in and see how we use this again. This video might even come out before I put out the video of me building this thing, so you'll have to watch that to see how I built it. Just because I want to do an update on the chickens while it is still relevant. So we'll get them in here. There's only 14 birds. This thing's built big enough for 40. So I probably will not have to move them every day because of the manure load won't be that bad. I might move every 2 days. So we'll find out as we go. Please check out the video. I will link it as soon as I get it produced to the build of this chicken tractor. But for now, let's get these chickens in here and we'll get their food and their water in here, and I'll talk about what I use for that as well. Oh, come on. Yeah, dumpling. Go ahead and grab one. Go over real quick what I use in my chicken tractors. I like these feeders. You can get them at any farm store, Tractor Supply, any of those types of stores. They're cheap enough, they're sturdy, they're adjustable, so you can either put the feet flat like this for when they're littler, and as they grow you can kind of prop them up, get them up off the ground. This one's empty. I got another one here that's still got some food from when they're in their brooder. Yeah, it's got some wood chips, whatever, they'll pick around them. I got two for when I run a bunch of birds, but with only 15, I'll probably only have to run one of them. Then these waterers, I like these. Got a smaller 3-gallon one. This is the 5-gallon. I really like them, especially the 5-gallon, because it takes a whole 5-gallon bucket of water. So when we're far away from the hydrant, which right now I'm right next to it, so I don't need to use a bucket, but far away you can fill up your 5-gallon bucket, take the top off, and just dump them in. There's no flipping them over, trying to screw something on, none of that. You can just be in there, you can just dump your water right in. This will hold the full 5 gallons. Like I said, I got a smaller 3-gallon that I throw in here when I got a bunch of birds, but this 5-gallon will probably be plenty for these 15. It'll be less stuff for me to pick up and move. So I put them in. Every time I move the tractor, I take them out, send them off to the side, or set the feeder in front so it kind of lures the birds to the front. Move the tractor, put them back in. It's nice and simple. Like I said, these ones with the removable tops, I haven't had any issues with them. Make sure your outlet is always pointing downhill so the water doesn't keep draining, because it tries to find level, and if it's uphill, it'll just keep going out and going out and going out. So always have your water level with the downhill, because then it'll hit that cutoff inside and close it from running out. So let's get these in here. Oh yeah, I did forget to tell you about how I do my feed. These out of the way. I just take this tote, it holds a whole 50 pound bag. Dump the feed in here, put it in the wagon, and I can just drag this alongside. That way I don't have to run back and forth and get feed all the time. It's right here. Just pop the top off, take your scoop, fill your feeders, and be on your way. Nice little handy off-road wagon, sides fold down. We use this all the time for just running little things around the yard. Kids can play with it, whatever. Handy little wagon. But yeah, that's all I do, and that way this runs alongside, keeps your feed dry. Right now I'm just running chick starter. I got about through one bag, and the second 50 pound bag's in here. Then I'll switch them over to a meat bird feed, which is like a 23% protein. Right now this is like an 18%. So once I get through these two bags, I'll switch to a meat bird. Probably only have to go through a couple bags of that before it's butcher time. We'll see. So let's get this all in here so they don't get hungry and thirsty. They're at that stage where all they do is eat and poop. So I'll show you how we get these in here. Right now I still have this on the lower setting because some of the birds are still a little smaller, so they can make sure they reach in there. You see the cats. They hear the birds and are curious. They can see them through the wire on that side. They can't get in here. Just have to pay attention while the top's open, but we'll be good. If you want to keep your feed dry, keep it underneath the roof part. Water can go out here anywhere. Fill that up. Top off the trough here. Said where I'm at right here, I'm right in front of the house, like 3 feet from the front porch. So I'm right next to the hydrant, so it's no big deal. Make sure my outlet's downhill. That's it. As long as your municipality allows it, you can do this anyway. Like I said, I'm right in my front yard. There's my porch. There's my chicken tractor. Porch, chicken tractor. Like I said, I want to see the brown spot. That's what I'm going to be fertilizing to keep this going. Entertain yourself with some cats while we wait for that to fill up. Yes, they're just playing. It's bean and dumpling. Get in there, you can see the chicks. They're already going at the leaves and the grass and the bugs. See, some of them are quite a bit bigger than the others. So we got hens and roosters. The bigger ones are definitely the roosters. I'm gonna get the meat birds. They're usually just a straight, what they call a straight run. That means they haven't been sexed. You don't know what you're getting. Honestly, when you get meat birds, it's better to get roosters because they get bigger. But like I said, you really don't have a choice. But yeah, they're already loving the grass. I think they're gonna do great out here. We're gonna do updates as we go, all the way through butcher day. That's it. Birds are in the chicken tractor. I'll probably update here when we do a move, see how that goes. Keep you updated as they grow. Got them in here, this is their first day. Probably won't be moving them for a couple days, like I said, because it's only 15. When I've had 40 in here, I had to move them, well, I haven't had them in this one, but a similar sized one. I had to move them about daily. So I think 2 days with 15 will be probably fine. We'll have to monitor it as we go. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. There's not a lot to meat birds. Keep the brooder clean, keep them fed, keep them watered, get them in the tractor, move them as needed, keep them fed, keep them watered. That's about it. There's not a lot to it. Anybody can do this. Super easy, high quality meat. You know where it came from, you know what they're fed, you know how they're taken care of, you know they're eating fresh grass and bugs daily. they're not wallowing around in their own manure. And you butcher them yourself. So, I mean, you gotta buy the equipment or rent the equipment. Say where I take them, they only charge between $2 and $3 a bird. So it's, I mean, 15 birds, 14 birds, whatever it is, 30, it's going to cost me 30, 40 bucks to get them butchered. The cost of them was about that, 80 bucks to feed. So you're at a couple $100 by the time you're done. You're going to end up with, let's just say 5 pounds of bird, 75 pounds of meat. So, I mean, you're only looking at $2 or $3 a pound for high quality. If you want to do organic chicken compared to store-bought, you don't know what antibiotics. These are antibiotic free. I mean, make your choice, but you can't do it. It's one thing. If you can't do it, I really recommend it. It's great, it's fun, it's easy, and you're getting high quality meat for really not a whole heck of a lot more than you are in the grocery store. So thanks for joining us. Follow, like, subscribe, hit for those updates so you can get notified when we update you on the birds. If you want to follow birds, we do a lot of other things. Goats, sheep, tractor stuff, truck stuff, cat stuff, all sorts of things. So follow us, keep growing the channel. Thank you all, and we will see you next time.